Okay, did it. This may be a PR. I'll have to check, but I'll get the final result. But it was like
What's the gap there?
43 something. I ran an 8K over the weekend, and I came in number 6th place out of 320 women in my age division. An 8K, you know, about 5 miles. This followed a week of, well, the race was on a Saturday, March 21st, and this followed, though, a week of having run 47 miles up toward race day. So that Sunday through Thursday, I took Friday off, and I topped off my week at 52 miles with that 5-miler. Quick interlude. So why am I running so many miles in the week? Am I training for a marathon or a half marathon? I don't know. Stay tuned. Back to the video. What are the lessons here for me? Wow. Well, first of all, obviously I didn't taper, and I really should not admit this because I'm supposed to be inspiring you, right? But I want to tell you the truth. So I didn't really have any, I didn't have the appropriate food in the house on Saturday morning for this run. So I had a banana, which is fine and what I typically have anyway, usually oatmeal and peanut butter, but I had a handful of tortilla chips, gluten-free because I can only do gluten-free, and some water, and called it a day. And then it was soon, you know, within a few hours to be out there. So I obviously wasn't fueled the way I would typically fuel for this or any run. But maybe I didn't take it as seriously because I just, well, one, it's 5 miles. Two, by the way, the last time I ran 5 miles in a race, an 8K, was nearly 20 years ago. Before I go on, I wanted to take a quick look at my pacing for this 8K. As you can see, the first mile was 8 minutes 46 seconds, and I progressed to, for the final mile, 8 minutes 22 seconds for the pacing. So this was a negative split race. Let me tell you, I kept saying to myself as I was out there on the path, you gotta hang on, you gotta hang on. These miles were not easy for me. I'm sure the fatigue of running 47 miles up toward this race had worn me down. So this took a lot of effort, what you're seeing. The other thing that for me is important to note is what I was wearing. Because I wasn't looking at this as a race for the books or that I had a particular time goal, because I really didn't. I was less concerned than I normally am with trying to run in as light a weight of clothing as possible. So I was just more interested in being comfortable. So I had on banded tights. They're the I believe they're the stamina tights, and which I did a video on in January, and I had on a Shamrock 8KT with a running etc. tank top on top of that, and banded arm warmers, and of course you saw in the picture my hat. So I had a lot of weight. I was carrying a lot of weight, including the fact that for the first time ever in a race, I carried a phone. I carried a phone in my phone pocket, and that is quite hefty itself. So consider all that, and I still ran an average pace of 8 minutes 44 seconds per mile over actually 5.02 miles, as opposed to the 4.97 miles, which is an actual 8K distance. But obviously I didn't run all the tangents perfectly. So That was my final. And so I just wanted to have fun. I wanted to have that experience. I didn't want it to be, you know, something that was a big deal, or that I could go out and I didn't have a set expectation, or I wasn't trying to beat a time, or, you know. And so I thought my time, which was 43 minutes, 25 seconds, was a PR. But when I looked back at my old records, it turns out it wasn't. I can't remember the exact time, but the best 8K I have run, when I say best, I'm talking time only, of course, because there's so many factors that can contribute to what a best 8K or any race is for you, right? But my best was like 42 minutes, and I cannot remember how many seconds. So, and that was 23 years ago. Also a Shamrock 8K, but in Chicago. This one I ran over the weekend was in Virginia Beach. So the Shamrock series, Chicago and in the Hampton Roads area, these are March events. So yeah, pretty much 23 years almost to the day. So, you know, what can I say? I'm running. I'm still running well, and not far off my old mark, which I think, honestly, if I hadn't run 47 miles leading up to, you know, Saturday, I think I would have performed significantly better. Significantly, which means I think I would have performed better than the person I was 23 years ago coming across that finish line.